Hello friends, I hope you are fit and fine. I am Jivani Jaydeep. I heartily welcome to you in semester number 3. So today in this video I explain mark distribution and syllabus of chemistry in semester number 3. First of all, I explain how to mark distribution in this semester. So here chemistry having a total 150 mark. So chemistry having total 150 mark. Out of 150 mark, it is having a two part. One is theoretical part, another is practical part. First of all, I explain theoretical portion. So here theoretical portion having a total 100 mark. Out of 100 mark, it is having a two part. It is having also two part. One is external mark, another is internal mark. So here external mark is 70 mark and internal mark is 30 mark. So here for this 70 mark, university take exam at end of the semester. It is known as external exam. So external exam having a 70 mark for each paper. So this 70 mark, so this external mark is 70 mark and this 70 mark is depend on to the your external exam at end of the semester. Next is internal mark. So here internal mark is 30 mark. So this 30 mark is depend on to the your internal exam. You know about the internal exam. It take at the mid of the semester. So this internal mark is depend on to the 30 mark. So sorry, this 30 mark is depend on to the your internal mark. So this for this 30 mark is depend on to the your internal mark. Second is your assignment. Third is your attendance into the semester, and fourth one is your behavior into the semester. So this 30 mark is depend on to the your internal mark, assignment, attendance and behavior. So this is internal mark is having a 30 mark. So here total having a theoretical portion having total 100 mark. So next I explain practical portion. So practical portion having a 50 mark. Out of 50 mark, it is also having a two part. One is external mark, another is internal mark. External mark is 35 mark and internal mark is 15 mark. So here external mark is 35 mark. For this 35 mark, we take exam at end of the semester, practical exam. We take practical exam at end of the semester for this 35 mark. So this 35 mark is depend on to the your practical exam at end of the semester. Next is internal mark. So here internal mark is 15 mark. So this 15 mark is depend on to the your practical viva, your practical journal and your practical attendance, and fourth one is your behavior into the practical lab. So all of these things consider for this 15 mark. All of these things means your behavior, attendance, journal and your practical viva. It is considered for this 15 mark. So here total practical mark having a 50 mark. So theoretical portion having 100 mark and practical portion having a 15 mark. So total having a 150 mark. All of these subject like maths, micro, botany, physics, all of these subject observe same pattern, means same mark distribution like this, except by English, because English having only theoretical portion, means it is having only 100 mark, because English does not having a practical portion. That's why English having only 100 mark, except by all subject having same pattern, means it is having 150 mark except by English, because English having only 100 mark. So all of this think about for mark distribution, means how mark distribution into the semester. I hope you are easily understand, means how to mark distribution in this semester. Next I explain syllabus of chemistry in semester number 3 for this 70 mark. Next I explain syllabus of chemistry in semester number 3. So this is the syllabus of chemistry in semester number 3. So this syllabus for the 70 mark. So this 70 mark, it is distribute into the 5 unit. Unit 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Each unit has a 14 mark, and this 14 mark it is divided into the further 4 question: 1 mark question, 2 mark question, 3 mark question, and 5 mark question. You know about the paper style of the external paper. That's why I am not discussed here. So we will go for the syllabus. So unit number 1 is a wave mechanics and MO theory. Unit 1 it has only one chapter. This chapter is a wave mechanics and MO theory. This chapter it is taken from the physical chemistry. In this chapter we will learn about the what is the psi and what is the wave function and what is the psi square and psi star, and then we will learn about the eigen function, eigen value. Then we will learn about the normalization wave function, orthogonal wave function, Schrodinger equation, molecular orbital theory, and then we will learn about the potential energy and Schrodinger equation of H2 and H2 plus and wave function of H2 and H2 plus, and then we will learn about the hybridization wave function for the SP, SP2 and SP3. So all of these things we learn in this chapter. This chapter is wave mechanics and MO theory. This chapter it is a most of mathematical step. That's why you can easily get 14 mark out of 14 mark. That's why it is the most important chapter in this semester. Next unit is unit number 2. This unit 2 has a 2 chapter. Chapter 1 is the chemistry of Lentonite element. In this chapter we will learn about the series of Lentonite element. It starts from the atomic number 57 to 71. The 57 number is lanthanum, then cerium, praseodymium, neodymium, promethium, samarium, europium, terbium, ytterbium, dysprosium, erbium, holmium, and thulium, and then last one is lutetium. So all of the 15 element. So it is known as Lentonite element. In this chapter we will learn about the chemical property, physical property, and magnetic property of all of these 15 Lentonite element. And then we will learn about the oxidation step of Lentonite element. Then we will learn about the Lentonite contraction. Then we will learn about the application, means use of the Lentonite element. Then chapter number 2 is Aryl Halide. In this chapter we will learn about the preparation and relative reactivity of Aryl Halide. So this is the short chapter. That's why it is important chapter. Next is unit number 3. This unit number 3 it is also 2 chapter. Chapter 1 is alcohol, phenol, ether, and epoxide. So this is the 4 functional group. In this chapter we will learn about the relative reactivity, chemical property, and physical property of all of these 4 functional group, means alcohol, phenol, ether, and epoxide. Then chapter number 2 is a nitrogen containing functional group. In this chapter we will learn about the nitrogen containing functional group, means amine. Because of amine it has nitrogen group. That's why we learn about the amine, aryl amine, alkyl amine, and nitro compound, and isocyanate group. So all of this compound it has a nitrogen group. That's why we will learn about all of these things for the nitrogen containing functional group. So this all of these things learn into the nitrogen containing functional group. Then unit number 4. The unit number 4 has a 2 chapter. Chapter number 1 is a name reaction and rearrangement. In this chapter we learn about the 6 reaction. Out of 6 reaction, 3 name reaction and 3 rearrangement. So total 6 reactions. So we learn for this 6 reaction into the chapter number 1. Then chapter number 2 is a phase equilibrium. Into the phase equilibrium we learn about the phase diagram, and then phase diagram for the one component system like water system and sulfur system, and then we will learn about the phase diagram for the 2 component system. So all of these things we learn into the phase equilibrium. Then last unit is unit number 5. Unit number 5 has also 2 chapter. Chapter number 1 is a solution. In this chapter we learn about the types of solution, ideal solution, then we will learn about the vapor pressure composition diagram, and then temperature composition diagram, Henry law, and some numerical for the solution. So all of these things we learn into the solution. And chapter number 2 is a Nernst distribution law. In this chapter we learn about the law of Nernst distribution law, modify Nernst distribution law, and then solvent extraction, and last one is some numerical for the Nernst distribution law. So all of these things for the syllabus of chemistry in semester number 3. Next we will start unit number 4, and chapter number 1 is name reaction and rearrangement. So next we will start name reaction and rearrangement.